Hari Om, Namaskaram to all of you. There is a message from one of my disciples. Namaskaram Guruji, you keep telling us that ego, possessiveness, anger, resentment, jealousy, greed, anxiety, depression are signs of the dark. And it shows the doership is not yet dropped. Few weeks before, I started to feel that there is nothing in our control and everything is happening on its own, like a big design. Felt some peace and silence in the heart. Even after that, still mind is playing its way rapidly, lots of thoughts, and it is not ready to accept the reality, Guruji. Still percentage of anger, jealousy, anxiety, depression is still there. My heart feels everything is divine. But where are these negative thoughts coming from? I get all these thoughts which were never seen before. All sorts of aggression, negativity, jealous, fear, anger. What should this being do now, Guruji? If I see all these as my acts, then suddenly I feel that as untruth because I feel nothing is in my control. All happening is Divine's great and He is doing. I don't know what to do. My Datta already lived with all these darkness and that too affected people around me, but also by divine grace having good things in me. But what to do to get rid of all these negativities, Guruji, and how to be in love and compassion and act. So sorry for this long message, and I have unsent and rewritten it many times too. I don't know this is right or wrong, Guruji. I am so sorry if I am bothering you. Please guide this soul, your divine grace, Guru Padukabhyam Namaha. Yeah, this is a normal confusion which is there for all beginners. Doership is a very big problem. Once you are into doership, then the brain starts functioning, the intellect starts functioning, the devil starts functioning. If you ask me a question from where the devil comes, devil also comes from God. That's why I say, the Lord is so beautiful that He created everything, good, bad, right, wrong, correct, incorrect, perfection, imperfection, rich, poor. Everything was built in the system. If you had a God for good, then you must have a God for bad. Then you will ask who created the God for both good and bad. So it must be the very same source. Light and darkness are just a reflection of each other. But in fact, darkness is the mother of light. Unless darkness is there, you cannot appreciate light. Unless ignorance is there, you cannot appreciate wisdom. That's a big problem. Yeah. Once you start thinking that you are not a doer, and when it sinks, you will have a lot of peace. Because there is absolutely nothing for you to do. You must be there. Incidentally, you will continue to do, but still, the doership woes will not be there. Your anxiety, your depression, everything is connected to doership. When you are very anxious, it means that you want the result, you feel it has been performed by us, by you, and then so naturally you are worried about the result, whether I have performed up to the level expected, anything for that matter, anything you do, not necessarily a test. Every act is an examination in life. But when you keep in mind very strongly, I am not the doer and Lord is the doer, incidentally I am there at the spot, and it looks as though I am the doer, you feel you will be doing it very perfectly. Because in that egoless moment, Lord enters you and he performs the act. When doership is there, the devil sits and it performs its act. That's all. From where it comes, both come from the very same source. Trusting a person whom you are not supposed to trust, and trusting a person whom you are supposed to trust and you don't trust, both will lead to disastrous result. So, when you are in the doership mode, you will trust certain things which you are not supposed to trust. The darkness makes you to travel in that path and it takes you. Then you will analyze. You will pass judgments. You will deliver it without even knowing the truth behind it because of doership. If doership doesn't exist, then it will be absolute bliss and divine. There will be no comparisons, no good and bad, no right and wrong, nothing will be there because everything that is being done will be good. Everything that will be done will be perfect. We are struggling because of this doership only. Because of that you have ego, possessiveness, all that is coming because you feel there is something to achieve and you have to put in effort for it. You don't think that life is effortless because we always like to do something and you want that satisfaction. When you have that satisfaction, when somebody praises you that you have done very beautifully, then you are always running the risk. There is going to be some failure also. If you are owning responsibility for success, you must also own responsibility for failure. There is going to be a failure. So whether you will have equanimity of mind to accept both success and failure as a part of the system, that is possible only if you have sacrificed doership, because neither you will own success nor you will own failure. It's not yours. In fact, failure doesn't arise when you are in the non-doership mode. There is nothing like a failure. Everything will be a success. So normally it comes. So what to do? Nothing can be done. You must be conscious. You must be aware. When such a thought comes, you must be aware that such a thought has come and you have to divert the devil in the mind. That's why when thoughts come like that, people start doing japa, mantra. What for the mantra they do? So that the thought does not supersede the mind and make you to do anything drastic in life. So they will start chanting Narayana, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Sai Ram, Sri Ram. They will say Jai Sri Ram, Sai Ram, according to one's own faith system, belief system. One will start reciting mantras, but for that you must be very alert. You must know that the devil is taking over and we will not allow the devil to take over. When you start concentrating on something else, the devil disappears. That's the only way out, to divert the devil. If the devil is more powerful, it will divert you. That's what is happening now. To you, what is happening is, when you are very peaceful, the devil doesn't want you to be in peace. So the dark takes over. When the dark takes over, you are totally unconscious. Had you been conscious, you will know that the dark is taking over and you will divert the dark. To divert the dark, yes, you start chanting mantras. You start listening to music, some very nice music which is very soothing to the heart. I can't say which music is soothing to the heart. For somebody it may be Carnatic music, for somebody it may be light music, somebody some cinema music, somebody may prefer a jazz, or somebody may prefer something else like this, or pop. Whatever gives you that peace, that should divert the mind. But for that you have to be very alert. And it will be very fast. It will be so fast. And the mind must be controlled before it goes out of control. So you have to divert the devil. There is no other way out. Yes, there is some goodness in you. Absolutely. Everybody has got some goodness. There will be some notoriety also. Even in my case, there will be something good. Some notoriety may be there. Probably that notoriety we have to utilize. We have to utilize. If the arms are there, arms have to be utilized for destructing the evil. Evil thoughts have to be destructed through arms. Have you understood? So, evil will be there. It's a part of the system. Everybody will be having some dark in the mind. Something will be there. That's how you handle the evil in the mind. The darkness in the mind needs to be handled properly. Otherwise, so many consequences. See, whatever you do will also have a reflection in the society, family, with friends. It will have. That's why before doing, you must make yourself sure that you really want to do. Sometimes people commit mistakes and feel guilty because that is doership. When they committed mistake, the thought of doership was always there. Had the doership not been there in the first place itself, there would not be any mistake when you execute something itself at the outset. So the question of mistake comes only when there is doership was. Since the doership was there, automatically you are the doer, the guilt also comes when something happens. It affects the family, it affects the self, it affects friends, it affects society. Depends on the magnitude of the mistake that was committed as a doer. Lord being the doer, he never commits any mistake. Whatever is his design is the best design possible. So you are the best design of the Lord. There is nothing to feel guilty about it. So whatever you do will also be picture perfect. Only thing is you must not have that ego. Have you understood? Sometimes yes, sometimes when we apologize we say yes, I am sorry, I have committed a mistake. That doesn't mean that you have committed. You may be knowing also very well. For colloquial usage, in order to satisfy the other person, you may have to make a statement because that person will be sitting somewhere on the Mount Everest peak. So to bring him down, you have to necessarily say you can't go up the peak. Because doership. They feel offended. So this is all very normal in life. I don't think what you are now going through is something which nobody is going through. Most of the people may be going through even now. So practice makes perfection. Like you have to keep on saying that Lord Narayana is the doer. Thereby you will gain a lot of strength. And you will know very well he is standing by you in all cases. Whether you are accused, whether you are praised, in all that case he will be standing because he will be taking that praise or the curse. It doesn't belong to you. Lord Narayana Swami takes it. So you remain unaffected. God bless you all. Nice talking to you today. See you some other time. Bye.